Tail of the tape brought to you by that prize guy. Stots is 37. He's 10 years older than Renat Khavalov. Both men 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed right at that bantamweight limit of 136 pounds. A very significant reach advantage favors the American, Raufeon Stots. 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. This is your co-main event here at Wintrust Arena in Chicago. Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy, Kennedy Smith here in the building. Stots in the red, Khavalov in the dark trunks, and they get right to the action.
Yeah, Khavalov's trying to get inside that long reach of Raufeon Stots by trying to start fast and aggressively. Stots is going to try and maintain that space and utilize those long arms for those straight punches. It's going to make the takedown attempt from Khavalov come from a lot further out as well if he's able to maintain that reach advantage. Nice feint there by Stots. Just moved himself into range with his guard up to see what his opponent was going to throw. You've got to imagine that the fight IQ, the level of calculation that Raufeon Stots has available to him. You've got to be paying attention to any traps that he's setting. Oh, that was a sharp left hand. Wow. Just out of range with that jab. Good management of distance here by Stots, who looks to me like he's trying to pull Khavalov onto a counter. Maybe that counter left.
Khavalov abandoned the southpaw stance here, at least for now, into orthodox.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get Khavalov to run onto that left hand. Keeping it right next to his chin. Trying to get a read on his opponent.
Good
Beautiful jab. Wow.
Off balancing Khavalov as he comes forward with pure striking here. Sharp looking Raufeon Stots. This time Khavalov's able to drift out of distance.
I'd be surprised if Khavalov tries to set up a takedown at some point soon, especially if those jabs keep landing. He is a very good striker, but he's getting picked at the moment.
Good body shots here, digging in under the elbow of Raufeon Stots by Khavalov. Stots tries a knee up the center.
Yeah, good knee return by Khavalov, though. Circled it into the floating rib. He might try a trip here.
Beautiful
Khavalov.
Dirty boxing here by Renat Khavalov, who now grabs the tie clinch. Good work on the inside from the Russian.
Khavalov trying to feint, trying to get his opponent to go first. Very tense here, these exchanges. Goes for the body shot, gets caught. Trip takedown. Khavalov in top position.
Interesting decision here by Stots to pull into the closed guard. Open guard, I should say.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be active with those butterfly hooks, though. You can see he's got one foot inside. The other leg is more tangling the ankle of his opponent, but now he's building up towards his underhook.
Nice long underhook here for Raufeon Stots. He'll try and move to his right and maybe grab a head inside single.
Khavalov doing a good job of keeping pressure on the head, but Stots works his way back up to the feet.
And now Stots grabs a clinch.
Some more dirty boxing and some knees from Khavalov. Now Stots in on a takedown, picks the ankle. Can he finish this takedown? Good balance by Khavalov on his hands.
Stots on the back. Tries the double bite on the legs with that left hook.
Stots with a tight control over the far side of his waist, gets his hands together momentarily. Forced Khavalov really tall up against the fence here, which is going to make his base quite light if he wants to start tripping and reaping those legs. Good work circling off the fence.
Swing and a miss on the uppercut from Renat Khavalov. Now a good combination to the body from the Russian. Good sharp jab.
Switches his stance.
Khavalov building some confidence here after that dirty boxing.
Oh, check right hook. Touched him on the chin. But again, Khavalov pushing forward again. He feels confident he can get to him.
Stots is having some traction problems on the canvas. Final few seconds of round number 1. Good knee up the center there from Renat Khavalov. Stots presses. Round 2 coming next.
Round two.
Khavalov out in the orthodox stance to start round 2. Stots misses with a body kick.
So fast with that 1-2, but it's quite clear that Khavalov has a lot more success when he's inside of that striking range. Like, as soon as Khavalov starts to pick up the pace, he kind of almost overwhelms the ability of Stots to kind of pick at him from a distance. Nice snapping head kick there.
Khavalov built a combination behind a lead calf kick, punishing that front leg.
The danger here for Stots is that he's going to get outworked waiting for the perfect opportunity. With 33 strikes to 24, 34 to 24 in favor of Khavalov. He's landing a lower percentage, but of course he's still winning on the output. Kind of cautious from Stots here. He's struggling to get a read on Khavalov when he starts to pick his pace up and he's moving erratically. Stots really struggles to get a beat on his opponent. You can see him kind of waiting for the right opportunity. And Khavalov is throwing to create opportunities. Again with that left hand. Nice counter left hook there.
Dug into the body. Now Khavalov trying to send one up to the ear.
Yeah, I like the fact that Khavalov can switch his stance as well. Gives him more options. It creates more analysis for his opponent to try and figure out how he's going to adapt to the stance change.
Especially when he's trying to style with counters.
Big
Kick
body
is
kick
caught
again.
and a slip. And now Stots is going to have to build back up from a disadvantageous position. And Khavalov is just going to work here.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck on flat feet here. Raufeon Stots needs to build up into an athletic position. You can see that his insteps are flat on the floor. He needs to get his toes underneath him if he's going to move, and he's got those long arms as well that are able to reach the legs, but he can't utilize the arm position without getting his legs into play.
ShopTakedownShop.com, official apparel sponsor of the PFL. Scan the QR code on your screen right now. Heavy sprawl here from Renat Khavalov, keeping the head of Raufeon Stots under his midsection.
Yeah, this is an odd decision making here for Stots. There's a sit-out opportunity here. He needs to do something to build up, though. I'm surprised he's allowing himself to stay stuck in that position. That was a good chunk of time that Khavalov was able to burn. Now he's coming out of the clinch punching as well.
Look at how pulling away on the fight stats.
Yeah, look at how that's jumped up short. 70 strikes landed now.
Nearly even to start the round, and now Renat Khavalov has doubled up the landed strikes on Raufeon Stots.
Stinging jab there, flicks it out onto the chin of Raufeon Stots. Stots has got to pick up his pace. He's waiting too much here. Oh.
Khavalov landed a stiff left hand. And you can see he's just building confidence, stringing together combinations, and just moving outside of range or just to the side of where those counter strikes are coming.
I think that hurt the lead leg of Raufeon Stots, that calf kick. Almost like it landed at the side of the knee. Oh, timing on that takedown by Khavalov.
Stots tried a knee, and he almost wasn't able to get that foot back to the ground before Khavalov was in on the takedown. 30 seconds left in round 2.
Stots has got to watch that far side wrist, the one that's planted on the canvas, because if Khavalov gets a hold of it like he does just there, he's going to grab a hold of it, tuck it under his arm, and start to work his ground and pound.
Khavalov with some strikes from the top to finish round 2. Third frame next.
Nice jab there by Stots. He was able to play the range game much better in the first round, but then when Khavalov starts to get inside, he starts to land his own counter punches. This is where it starts to get difficult for Stots, because Khavalov closing distance nullifies that reach advantage that he's got, and then Khavalov's able to start countering him. Once Stots has thrown and missed, there's the takedowns, there's counter punches, there's a variety of different things that Khavalov's able to catch Stots with.
Right now, Renat Khavalov has landed 81.
Round three.
Raufeon Stots has landed 37. More visible damage showing on the face of Renat Khavalov, which could sometimes influence judges. Stots with some better effort here at the very beginning of round 3.
I mean, Stots has had some real good success. It just feels to me like he's been waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, when in actuality, volume is what's winning this fight for Khavalov right now, and Stots can get on board and get more active. He may have left it a bit too late, though, without doing something really significant in this round.
There's a good clinch knee there from Stots, who now presses Khavalov into the barrier. And you see the blood from the Russian dripping onto the back of Raufeon Stots.
Yeah, now he's caused some real damage to Khavalov's face. And the corner team is shouting he doesn't want to be there anymore. I think they feel that there's a wilting in the energy of Khavalov, but I don't think that's the case, Sean.
He's got a big cut under that left eye now. You saw him pawing at it in that pause in the action. Stots trying for a takedown here.
I'd like to see Stots break here and get back to his strike and keep his volume high.
If he can keep the striking long, well, you see the damage on the face of Renat Khavalov, and I'm actually really interested to know how the judges scored round number 1. That was a very even round. Round 2, I think, pretty clearly in the favor of Renat Khavalov, but we could be tied heading into the 3rd.
Off of the break, elbow. Keep walking the gap. Turn to take an angle.
The body, knee to the body. You keep attacking the body. Yeah, every time. You break up on your turn. You got the inside.
Corner work there from Raufeon Stots' coaches. Eve Edwards, sporting the dreads.
It's hard to know how either of these corner teams are seeing this fight. I mean, even with Khavalov, if he feels like he had a really strong second round, the damage that he's taken in this 3rd round. Oh, and that was a
Another
good
left hand landed right behind the ear.
But look, straight to work in the clinch from Khavalov. We get 1 and maybe 2 strikes from Stots, and Khavalov's thrown 4 or 5. That was a good knee again. It's almost like everything that Stots does is effective, but he's not doing enough of it to make this fight clearer for him in his favor.
Well timing on the turn there from Stots. He had the underhook, and as Renat Khavalov pushed him back to the cage, Stots reversed their positions. Better evasion of the strikes from Khavalov here in round number 3 for Stots. Stots needs to get the jab working again, especially when they're out at this range, because he can land here, Khavalov cannot. There's a good long combination.
Yeah, he's also got to get himself out of range as well, because even when he's landing the faster straight punches, Khavalov is throwing back to counter. That was a big left hook to the body there by Khavalov.
Stots, I think, might be hurt to the body, a little grimace on his face. And big knee! Raufeon Stots clipped the chin of Renat Khavalov on his way in. Khavalov has recovered nicely here. A minute left to work in round 3, and maybe all to play for.
Man, a minute left. Still, so much could happen in this fight in a minute.
Couple of knees on the inside there from Khavalov. Stots stalling this out with a takedown attempt. He's got to make sure that there's no significant strikes landed from the backward defensive position here of Renat Khavalov.
Yes.
Look at the blood from the face of Renat Khavalov, staining the hair and body of Raufeon Stots.
His pace has been blistering.
Tried to elbow on the separation. Less than 30 seconds now.
Oh,
Stots ate one.
Solid punch.
Good
Beautiful
spot.
takedown offense.
Well done by Stots. He jumped to get his hips back into the picture. And look at him swing away to this final bell. Renat Khavalov, Raufeon Stots, trying to make a title statement. What a fight.
Hell of a fight. Very difficult to score.
Round by round, we let the judges have final say. Their cards are with Greg Hamilton.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 incredible rounds by these 2 warriors, we turn it to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges scored the fight 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Renat Khavalov!
Khavalov gets the nod. The Chicago crowd does not like it. He remains undefeated.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.